Mahalo nui, we're back over here on Hawaii Island, getting a chance to continue to speak about a first-of-its-kind crossover between Maori, Aotearoa, coming here to Hawaii Island, reclaiming so much of our traditional cultural practices. Charlotte Muru Landing is here. Te Rāwhitiroa Bosch is here from New Zealand. Adrian Kamali'i is here from Island Agency. And really, Adrian, we're sitting here because of a trip that you took earlier this year, right? How did this all come together?
You know, this gathering really speaks to the power of social media. In a time where things can seem so tumultuous on social media, it was me becoming a fan of Raukura and her want to elevate her kaimoana, or their Maori seafoods, her love for kina, our term would be vana. I just adored her, and I was on a work trip in Wellington, and I passed a seafood market, found some kina, and I posted it on Instagram and said, "Living my best Raukura Huata life," and she responded, and that was the initial conversation. We invited her later in Taranaki to come and have a meal with us, and that's where Ka'iu had this idea to bring them together, get Brandon involved, and really talk story about just elevating our own food systems in Hawaii, and of course rebuilding, reconnecting with Maori cousins.
Which is such a unique opportunity. Okay, Charlotte, I want to transition over to you. So being based over there in New Zealand as well, editor, food writer, how has this collaboration been coming over here to Hawaii Island? What have you taken away from the mea ai, the food that's here, the aina, the kai, and really how so much of that connects us across the Pacific?
I think it's kind of highlighted something that is something that sort of like I try and talk about a lot in my writing back home, which is that when we eat our food, or our kai as we call it back home, we're not just eating something delicious, we're eating our histories, we're eating our politics, geographies, beliefs, resistance and all of that. And I think, yeah, a lot of the meals that we've had here, especially at Kaimana's school, which we've eaten at twice. We've eaten their kai twice now. That has really kind of highlighted that for me in different ways that I am used to at home, which is really nice. Yeah.
Very cool. And then Te Rāwhitiroa, you know, this is a bit of a transition. You're usually behind the camera, based as a videographer, a still photographer. What has been, and you've been capturing all of the elements throughout the week. How has it been for you being here in Hawaii? Are there any moments that have stood out, and what has it been like seeing all that through the lens?
Yeah, it's been awesome being back here in Hawaii. Love coming back and love connecting with our Kanaka cousins. The big thing that I've seen is connection. People to people, people to place, people to the aina, and we connect with our food. We connect with our aina through our food. And the other thing that's been really wicked is that story sovereignty. So having Hawaiian people talking about Hawaiian kai, not someone else, not some, food blogger from some other part of the world, but actually you guys talking about your food. We're talking about our food, and how important that is across all the platforms. Like we talked about social media in Aotearoa, we've got Whakaata Māori, Māori TV. I know here, Oiwi TV, how important it is to have Oiwi voices telling Oiwi stories, how important it is for us to have Māori voices telling Māori stories. And we saw across, like she was talking about, across all spectrum of things like food, culture, performance, down to the hikoi, down to the protest resistant movement. When we're telling our own stories, we're telling it from our point of view, and it can be an honest, a real point of view, and it's not coloured by someone else's prejudice or someone else's whakaaro about us. So seeing that coming out through the food and tasting that, we're definitely leaving a couple of kilos heavier.
Absolutely. Kanaka stories told by Kanaka people, which is so vitally important. Charlotte, I have to ask you, food writer, food editor, what's been your favorite thing to eat so far on Hawaii? And I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but there's so much good stuff. What have you really, really enjoyed?
It was 100% the kai that we've had that was cooked by the students, some of whom you spoke to earlier. I loved the poi, and the poi that we were served had been fermented a little bit, so it tasted a little bit fruitier, and I think, yeah, I've never eaten anything like that at home, so it was just beautiful.
Special. Tera, how about you?
Opihi, all day. Opihi.
That was a quick one. That was a quick one. You two, thank you so much. Adrian, mahalo nui for putting all of this together as well. What has this week been like, getting a chance to, the culmination is going to be this evening, but just seeing how it's been so far?
It's been beautiful. Just to connect with our cousins and showcase our home. It's been beautiful.
Absolutely. Adrian, mahalo nui to you too as well. Stay with us. We got much more coming up. Time to enjoy, Natalie. We'll send it back to you folks.